Welcome back, everybody, to Under the Pink Hat. It's so good to see you. It's been a while since my last video or anything that I've done, but I wanted to take a break. I had things going on, and I'm not going to bore you with the details, but safe to say, I'm back, and I've watched some movies. I want to talk about them, so let's just not waste any more time and just get back into it. So the first thing I want to talk about today is Supergirl. Now, this movie came and went with a lot of controversy, a lot of backlash, mostly from fucking incels who hate to see powerful women, I think. Because this movie, while it was not like a 10 out of 10 or the greatest movie I've ever seen, it was definitely a good movie. I really enjoyed it. I think Millie Alcock was a really good Kara. I liked the storyline and seeing more of Krypton, which was nice. We still have the Superman cameo that appeared a few times throughout the film. We see her origin and kind of, you know, what she's going through. And I think she brought a really good performance to show like the darkness and kind of how lost Kara was. I think it was a really good balance of fun, drama, action, because especially the end scene when she gets her powers back on the planet and just rips the fuck out of all of them. It was really good. It was a really good scene. We had some really good fight scenes. We saw that she can kind of handle her own even without her abilities. Even though she's drunk, like the first time we see her in a bar, she just kicks the shit out of a bunch of people and she has no powers, and it was really good. So I don't think this movie deserved the hate it got. It really didn't. I thought it was awesome fun, and it's not that deep. It's not that deep of a movie. So I definitely recommend going to see it, or I guess home theater, because it's hitting streaming today, I think, is when it came out on streaming at the time of this recording. So yeah, definitely watch it. I definitely loved it. I'm excited to see her back in Man of Tomorrow and see where they go from here. And just wanted to shout out Millie Alcock, because I enjoyed you. You're great casting. You were wonderful. And thank you for a fun movie. I had a good time. And Crypto again steals the show, because why wouldn't he? He is the best boy. And thank God, spoiler alert, thank God our boy makes it, because we would have rioted. It would have been the end of the DCU if they didn't save Crypto. One thing I do want to mention is at the end, when Kara goes back to Earth and she's in Clark's apartment and they're talking, and Clark just makes an offhanded comment like, oh, hey, you know, I wish you were here for the last guy I just fought. Now, is that talking about Brainiac? Because it can't be, because we know she's back for Brainiac. So I want to know who he's talking about, because he definitely fought somebody. I don't think it was Lex. I don't think he was mentioning Lex, unless he was, but I don't think he was. So we'll have to find out in Man of Tomorrow, which is filming right now and comes out next year, so we're going to find out soon. We don't have to wait that long. We don't have to wait that long. So I'm really behind on the next couple of movies, but I didn't get around to seeing them in theaters, so I had to wait till they came to streaming. But the first one I want to talk about is Project Hail Mary, which honestly, one of the best films of the year by far, and one of Gosling's best performances, I think. He really brings it in this, and how complete the movie feels, and just, I don't know, it was really enjoyable. I was hooked the entire time. Rocky was so fun and so goofy, and I love that the use of all the practical effects that they had, because I don't think they used much CGI throughout this whole movie. I know they did most of it practically, which I think is like a really lost art these days, where everything's just like, oh, it's easier to do with CGI, but you lose the magic, I think. And I'm starting to see, I know we're starting to see a lot of directors and writers bring back all the practical stuff. So I'm pumped to see, you know, where this direction takes us. But overall, like Project Hail Mary, honestly, I would give it a 10 out of 10. It's one of those movies I think is going to be remembered for a long time, because start to finish, like, it was really good. Everything felt like it was supposed to be there, even if it seemed mundane. Like, there's a reason for it to be there. It moves the bar, and I don't know, it was just an incredible film. And again, Ryan Gosling was just wonderful in it. And we'll get to the Comic-Con news. That's gonna be separate, but we're gonna get to the Comic-Con news real soon. But yeah, I don't have much to say about it, other than it was just really good, lived up to the hype, one of the few movies that can pull that off. And it was just hats off to you, bud. I take this hat off, but I don't want you to see my bald ass head. Okay, so now we're going on to Obsession. Again, one of those movies that just lived up to the hype. Like, I knew Indy from Superman and Lois, so I'd already been kind of following her career and seeing kind of what she's doing. And she was really good on that show too. Like, she wasn't like a main character, but she was really good in it. And I'm glad to see like the hype that she's getting from this performance as Nikki in this movie, because it was just so good. And Bear, fucking asshole, he's a piece of shit. Like, I understand he didn't know at first what was happening, but as soon as he realized that it was not her being like, it was not her free will, he should have fucking found a way and left her alone. But no, he kept it going because he's insecure. And you know, I think that's fucking ridiculous. Bear is a bad guy. If you disagree, wrong. You're just wrong. But she gives a stellar and very, very creepy performance as Nikki. Just seeing her staring off into the distance, and like when he leaves and he says to stay there, and she just leaves with a smile on her, and just like that face like was so good. And the cinematography was really good. I think the overall that, again, it's been a good year for movies, especially like smaller movies like this one, because you know, you don't need the huge Hollywood budget, because this was like the most successful like indie or horror movie, I think, in terms of profits, I think, ever, right? Or one of them, because it was shot for like under $1 million and it made like what, like over 300 million. That is fucking insane, but well deserved. It, you know, it scratched an itch I don't even think a lot of us knew that we had until we had this movie. So it was really awesome, and good job all around. Good performances, great writing, amazing cinematography. There's some really cool shots. I know the one about the flowers comes up a lot, but I think that is just really a really beautiful shot. And no, it was great. Just absolutely phenomenal film. If you haven't seen it yet, definitely watch it. It's on streaming now. Fucking amazing. Yeah, I honestly give it a 10 out of 10 as well. Again, 2 10s in this video. Fucking great. This one is not going to be a 10 out of 10, but I still enjoyed it. But I don't think this one lived up to the hype that I kind of heard about it, and that is the Backrooms movie. Now, I don't think it was a bad movie overall, and I'm glad that they didn't try to really give, you know, the lore about the Backrooms, that they didn't give it a backstory and explain what it is. Like, there was kind of hints that they're trying to figure it out, but you don't actually find out. One thing I do want to say is sometimes it just felt kind of boring, that like nothing was happening. It was really cool to see it in live action, to actually see the Backrooms and the way that they mapped it out and all the practical effects and everything that they did. Definitely enjoyed it. The performances, I also think, were really good, given what they had. Again, I don't think it was the greatest movie, but I don't think it's the actor's fault of that. I think it just tried to be a little too kind of artsy for me, which is fucking saying something considering just how much I just was going on about Obsession. But you know what? It was awesome. I don't mind it. I thought it was pretty good. And it was still worth watching. I don't think it's going to be one of those movies that I go back to again and again, but it was definitely worth a one-time watch. That's for darn sure, mate. And also the giant fucking character at the very end, the giant captain just running around, and seeing that guy was fucking creepy, and just eating the people was really weird. But you know, fuck it, dude. We ball. You know, we ball. This isn't a movie, but I just wanted to quickly touch on probably one of my favorite TV shows, series that I think has been really good since the very first episode and continues to be, and that is the Vampire Lestat. But that's coming from Interview with a Vampire, so it's just a continuation. There's 2 seasons of Interview with a Vampire, and then there is the Vampire Lestat. There's spin-offs, but we're not going to talk about those. Those aren't as good. Not terrible, not trying to trash talk, but not as good as the Vampire Lestat. Sam Reed as Lestat, I don't think you could have cast someone better. am more suited for that role than that man. His voice alone just like sends a certain gravitas that you just, whew, and he's so good looking. He's charming. He is funny because like they don't make Lestat super serious. Like he has fun. He is goofy. Him and Louis have such goofy ass moments throughout the series as the 3 seasons have gone, and it's just so awesome. If you haven't watched the show, you really need to. The first, I guess, third season total, first season of the Vampire Lestat, which I don't think it's even going to be called that going into the next one. It's going to be in a different name, but this series, definitely amazing. You will not be disappointed. God, the writing and performances just are fucking top notch, and it is gory, it is violent, it is intense, but it has a certain charm to it that just it brings you fucking hooked. And I don't know, I'm just pretty excited about it. I know I could honestly do a whole video talking about the show, which I'm not ruling out in the future, but I'm trying to catch up and kind of talk about things I've watched, because we have a big thing coming out this week. We have a big movie coming out, so I want to get caught up if I can, to kind of talk about things I liked, and then go from there. Also, at the end of this video, I'm going to kind of talk about how this is going to be a little bit different than how I was doing it before, which I think it's going to be better because I wanted to think about how I was going to do this, kind of the direction I wanted to take this podcast and channel. I wanted to find a couple things. So it's going to be a little bit different. I'm still going to try to do more longer form content, like having my friends watch a movie with me and stuff like that and talk about it and have fun with it. Definitely gonna still be doing that whenever I can. I'm not gonna try to do one every single week because it is a nightmare to constantly schedule people for this. So I'm not gonna be doing it every week, but I am gonna try to do one every couple of weeks because I really enjoy making them, and I love my friends and meeting new people and bringing people on for it. And I have a bunch of ideas for things I want to do. Like I'm feeling inspired, guys. I'm feeling really like hyped on content creation in general, and just I'm getting my groove back. And I'm really excited for what's coming next. That's going to do it for today. I want to release this first week when you're watching it. It's the last week of July in 2026. I want to do one every single day this week, culminating with my review and talking about Spider-Man Brand New Day. I don't want to know anything. I don't know anything. I don't want to know any spoilers. Like I removed everything off of my phone, so I cannot even doom scroll and see a spoiler for it. I'm going in completely blind, and because I don't want things to be ruined. People were constantly trying to be like, oh, you know, Sadie Sink is Jean Grey, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, I don't want to know. I don't want her to spoil it. I don't want the cast to spoil it. I want to enjoy this on the big screen and to be surprised, because, and I know this is fucking weird to say as an entertainment channel, I don't want to spoil things for people. Like, I want to talk about it. And that's why I always give a spoiler warning and give people a chance to stop if they don't want things to be spoiled, which I think is how we should be as content creators and just general niceness on the internet, because everyone wants to spoil and break the story and get the clicks and everything, but it's like you're ruining the movie experience. I'm going on kind of a rant here. I'm going to end this video in a second, but I think it's part of what's killing the magic of cinema. It's just that everyone needs to know everything before the movie even comes out. It's like, well, what's the point in making or watching this movie when you could just be like, hey, you know, like this is what would happen. Oh, tell a story. Like, you know, it's just going back into making it where things are just articles. It's just like short stories. You don't actually get to enjoy the movie, and it pisses me off. All right, it pisses me off, all right? I just moved my webcam. That's how mad I am. But I never want to spoil anything for you guys. I never want to ruin the surprise or, again, the magic of being in that cinema and learning the story firsthand. I'm never going to ruin that for people. I always want to give them a chance to experience on their own. But hey, if I give a warning and you listen to my video or audio, that's your fault. That's your fault, okay? I warned you. But anyway, guys, it's so good to be back. Thank you for watching. I'm going to go into more detail about how the format's going to change on this, but Again, I don't want to make this too long, so I'm just going to call it now, and I'll talk about it in another video. Maybe I'll do a separate video, just a little brief explanation. But yeah, thank you for watching. It's good to be back with you guys. And again, go out and enjoy the arts and enjoy movies and TV and just have fun. Let me know about what you've seen. If you're excited for something, I want to hear what you guys think. I want to get in the comments, get at me on my social media, on X or whatever it may be. And yeah, let's have a chat, because I'm always down to talk about films and TV. So you guys have a fantastic day.